How does this work? Okay. So we need to lay it down the ground rules of what this is and what this is not. This is a very rudimentary, kind of bare bones Hunger Games simulator. It is not taking into account any sort of power scaling. So, like, if Vecna gets taken out by a Legion member with a knife, it happened. Yeah. I'm not the one who makes the rules. I'm just the one who announces what goes on because I am Caesar Frickerman. So in District 1, we have the OGs of Dead by Daylight. We have Evan McMillan, otherwise known as a Trapper, Max Thompson Jr., the Hillbilly, Philip Ojomo, the Wraith, and Sally Smithson, the Nurse. Those were the ones who were chosen by the Reaping. And then District 2, representing them, we have Michael Myers, the Shape, Lisa Sherwood, the Hag, Herman Carter, the Doctor, and Anna, the Huntress. In District 3, this was such a wild space. This happened within the space of 4 months. You had to be there. Within 4 months, we got 3 licensed chapters back to back to back. It was just like every 6 weeks. But anyway, we have Bubba Sawyer, Leatherface, the Cannibal, Amanda Young, the Pig, Freddy Krueger, and Jeffrey Hawk, the Clown. Okay. So District 4 is Frank from the Legion, Julie from the Legion, Joey from the Legion, and Susie from the Legion. They all volunteered as tributes. Nick, is this actually your song? Yeah, I made this one. Like, there's my channel right there. District 5, we have Danny Johnson, the Ghostface, Adiris, the Plague, Kazan Yamaoka, the Oni, and Rin Yamaoka, the Spirit. District 6, we have the Deathslinger, the Demogorgon, Pyramid Head, the Blight. District 7 is Charlotte and Victor. They are separate characters. Ji Woonhak and the Nemesis. District 8, we've got Pinhead, Carmina Mora, the Dredge, and Sadako. District 9 is Wesker, the Skull Merchant, the Knight, and the Singularity. District 10 is Chucky, the Xenomorph, Vecna, and the Unknown. District 11, Dracula, the Houndmaster, Kaneki, and Springtrap. And then District 12, we had to kind of go outside of the box. But it was like, who are the most fearsome killers outside of the rosters? We did Frank Stone, pretending we're in some alternate universe where he actually gets in the game, not as a skin. We have Solo Q Leon Kennedy, because those could be more lethal than killers. Naughty Bear, and Eddie the Head. All right, let's proceed then. All right, here we go. As the tributes stand on the podiums, the horn sounds. The champion, the nurse, and Naughty Bear work together to get as many supplies as possible. We got District 12 teaming up with District 1 already. The trickster runs away from the cornucopia. All right. The Shape and the Knight fight for a bag. The Knight gives up and retreats. Okay. The Nemesis breaks the Spirit's nose for a basket of bread. The Plague, Eddie, the Nightmare, and the Executioner share everything they gathered before running. This is a very tame cornucopia. What the hell? With no deaths yet? The Blight shoots a poisonous blow dart into Joey's neck, slowly killing him. So Joey is the first casualty of the Dead by Daylight Hunger Games. Oh my goodness. Demogorgon snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Hell yeah, anarchy all the way. The Dredge decapitates the Houndmaster with a sword. Holy shit. The Ghoul runs away from the cornucopia. He probably covered half the map with 2 little lunges. Okay. The Legion, Julie, throws a knife into the Legion, Susie's head. They're on the same team. We've got 2 Legion members down. And we got friendly fire. Okay. All right. The Clown, the Hack, the Cannibal, and the Mastermind form a suicide pact, killing themselves. What the hell? Okay. All right. Okay. So they're all out. Leon Kennedy and the Lich threaten a double suicide. It fails and they die. Holy crap. Leon's out of the game, and so is Vecna. The artist, the Dark Lord, and the Doctor work together to get as many supplies as possible, and the singularity runs away. Moving on to the rest of day 1. The Trapper receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. That was definitely Michaela Nader. The Oni chases the Doctor. The Unknown sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. The Artist camouflages herself in the bushes. The Singularity goes hunting. The Wraith receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Oh, it's Frank and Julie left. What are they going to do to each other? Frank and Julie hunt for other tributes. Okay. The animatronic overhears the Xenomorph and the Dark Lord talking in the distance. Okay. Ken Koniki camouflages himself in the bushes. The Ghostface hunts for other tributes, also lore accurate. The Dredge receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Okay. Eddie attacks Victor, but Victor manages to escape. Ken Malark. The Onryo searches for firewood. The Cenobite questions his sanity. Been there. The Nightmare tends to the Deathslinger's wounds. They're not even in the same... I guess there's no... like teams. I guess you can just team up with random people because there's only be one winner. The Shape attacks the Hillbilly, but the Demogorgon protects him, killing Michael Myers. That's 1 death so far. Michael Myers is out. Is this... yeah, probably. Right here, yeah. We got these two. The Hat Gang. The Executioner steals from the pig while she isn't looking. The Skull Merchant cannot handle the circumstances and kills herself. I think this is what a lot of people wish would happen. after one too many nerfs. The Nemesis searches for firewood. The Trickster pushes Frank Stone off a cliff during a knife fight. Damn. Chucky and Charlotte fight Naughty Bear and the Knight. Chucky and Charlotte survive. I think that means these two are dead. The Blight severely slices the Huntress with a sword. Doesn't say that she's dead. The Plague tends to the spirit's wounds. I'm sure that speaks to people. Erica, do you feel something from reading that sentence? Yeah, Yuri, this is... we up. Okay. 15 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. This is a cornucopia. Cornucopia, cornucopia, cornucopia. Okay, so here's who died. We had Michael Myers, Skull Merchant, Frank Stone, Naughty Bear, the Knight. Oh, the Huntress too, so it was 6+. The severely slicing her with a sword killed her. I mean, well, 15 deaths total. So that means that there are 33 tributes remaining. Let's go. So, oh, this is night 1. So we still gotta... Oh, shoot. People might die during night 1, huh? Nemesis thinks about home. Spirit, Artist, Oni, and Pig form a suicide pact, killing themselves. We lost the pig. Dark Lord goes to sleep. The Deathslinger begs for Victor to kill him. He reluctantly obliges, killing the Deathslinger. Deathslinger is down. The Xenomorph lets the Blight into her shelter. Oh, we got more shipping content. Oh no, the Ghostface unknowingly eats toxic berries. Nurse just goes to sleep. The Unknown screams for help. The Ghoul convinces the Hillbilly to snuggle with him. More yaoi, guys. Let's go. Charlotte convinces the Plague to snuggle with her. Wow, okay. This is a very woke round of Hunger Games. The Nightmare shoots an arrow into the Dredge's head. Dredge down. Man, Freddy kind of a demon. Whoa, 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 whoa. The Trapper and the Doctor hold hands. What? Okay. Frank cries himself to sleep. The Onryo thinks about winning. The Cenobite screams for help. Day 2. Charlotte explores the arena. Onryo searches for firewood. Doctor attempts to climb a tree, but falls on Victor and kills them both. Okay, Doctor's down. So is Victor, though. The Demogorgon and the Xenomorph hunt for other tributes. Look at them. Little creature duo. Frank discovers a river. Pinhead discovers a cave. Freddy Krueger makes a slingshot. Kaneki makes a slingshot. The Unknown ambushes the Blight and kills him. Julie searches for a water source. Go find your man. He found one. Trapper collects fruit from a tree. He has no idea that his man just died. Just fell out of a tree. The nurse accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. I think Sally's down. 11 people died in the past 24 hours. We lost the Spirit, the Artist, the Oni, the Pig, the Deathslinger, the Ghostface, the Dredge, the Doctor, Victor, the Blight, and the Nurse. The Executioner questions his sanity. He's becoming self-aware, guys. The Xenomorph repeatedly stabs the Demogorgon to death with sighs. They were just barely hunting together. That's nuts. That's wild. Pinhead cries himself to sleep. Same. Frank bleeds out due to untreated injuries. What happened? He was just barely at the river. Onryo and the Plague tell stories about themselves to each other. Chucky thinks about winning. Freddy Krueger screams for help. Alright. The Xenomorph fishes. With her little tail, I guess. The Singularity ambushes the ghoul and kills him. The Hillbilly diverts Onryo's attention and runs away. Eddie bleeds out due to untreated injuries. The Dark Lord sets an explosive off, killing the Nemesis. The Unknown stabs the Legion Julie with a tree branch. 6 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Demogorgon, Frank, Aniki, Eddie, Nemesis, and Julie. So that is all of the Legion gone. So which districts are left? District 1. District 3's got 1 person left. District 5's got 1 person left. District 6 has got 1 person left. District 7's got 2. District 8's got 2. District 9's got 1. District 10's got 3. District 11's got 2. And District 12 has been wiped out. The Trickster, the Dark Lord, Trapper, and Executioner tell each other stories to lighten the mood. Freddy tries to sing himself to sleep. That's kind of ironic. Hillbilly loses sight of where he is. Animatronic screams for help. Unknown, Xenomorph, Cenobite, twins tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Pyramid Head tries to climb a tree, but he falls on top of the Hillbilly, which kills them both. The Unknown attacks Dracula, but he manages to escape. No, these two died. they died. Wraith, Springtrap, Trickster, and Dark Lord sleep in shifts. Trapper and Unknown sleep in shifts. Plague shoots an arrow at the Onryo, but misses and kills Chucky instead. Freddy Krueger shoots an arrow at Pinhead, but misses and kills Charlotte instead. Bad aim all around. The Cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes' families. Blake takes his staff, leaning against the Cornucopia. The Trickster decides to not go to the feast. Dracula and Sadako, even though he just robbed her the other day, fight Pinhead and the Wraith. Pinhead and the Wraith survive, so these two are gone. They're dead. Singularity decides to not go to the feast. The Xenomorph sets off an explosive, killing Springtrap and the Unknown. So Springtrap is down. Freddy Krueger pushes Trapper off a cliff during a knife fight. So Trapper's gone too. And we're still going. We're still going. That was just like a mini cornucopia. Freddy Krueger tends to the Singularity's wounds. The Wraith tries to sleep through the day. The Trickster throws a knife into the Plague's chest. How lore accurate of him. Adiris down. That's a diva down. Freddy and Hux, I know. Anybody feel that one? I don't. I think Freddy's weird. So 8 cannon shots. There's not many left. So Chucky's down. Twins is dead. Dracula's dead. Sadako's dead. Springtrap is dead. Unknown is dead. Trapper is dead. And Plague is dead. Let's see who's left. How many are left? Hey, Wraith is alive. He's got 2 kills. Freddy's alive. He's got 3 kills. Trickster's alive with 2 kills. Pinhead's alive with 2 kills. Singularity's alive with 1 kill. Xenomorph's alive with 3 kills. There's 6 people left. I don't think it's going to end tomorrow. I think we're going to go one more day. Singularity stays awake all night. Pinhead climbs a tree to rest. Bro has been hiding. Oh my goodness. Freddy Krueger lets Ji-Woon Hawk into his shelter. Man has been a slut this whole game. A Wraith cooks his food before putting his fire out. Xenomorph stays awake all night. This is like fan fiction, the stream, right? Wraith tends to Freddy Krueger's wounds. Freddy is getting around. My goodness. Singularity stalks a Cenobite. Xenomorph tries to sleep throughout the day. And Trickster searches for food. Freddy's getting in everyone's pants. Yeah. Keep moving. Singularity and Freddy Krueger run into each other and decide the truce for the night. He's just like side questing this whole time. Trickster, Cenobite, and Wraith and Xenomorph tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. The Singularity's trap kills the Trickster. Trickster down. Freddy Krueger questions his sanity. Alright. Cenobite sprains his ankle while running away from the Xenomorph, and Wraith hunts for other tributes. Okay, so Trickster's down. He's the only one who died. Freddy receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Wraith cries himself to sleep. Singularity sets an explosive off, killing the Xenomorph and the Cenobite. Oh my gosh. And then there were 3. Let's see how this ends. The Singularity makes a wooden spear. The Wraith discovers a river. The Nightmare discovers a river. Oh, they're the same river. The Singularity receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. The Wraith sets up camp for the night. Freddy Krueger starts a fire. The Wraith sees smoke from the distance but decides not to investigate. Freddy Krueger picks flowers. Who's he going to give them to? The Singularity makes a wooden spear. The Wraith cries himself to sleep. There are 3 people left, and all Freddy can think about is just holding hands with Singularity. Man, he is getting around. Holy crap. Wow. Freddy using an unconventional tactic here. That is right. Okay. Do any of his partners know about his past? The Singularity dies from hunger, and the Wraith ambushes Freddy Krueger and kills him. This feels like it was a crime of passion. Holy crap. The upset. Wow. That means that your winner of the Dead by Daylight Hunger Games is the Wraith from District 1. Oh my goodness. How did he starve? I don't know.